Hey traders, what's going on? So if you want to improve your trading and be better and not make the same mistakes anymore, you guys got to really have a trading journal. It's extremely important, and that's why I'm making this video showing you guys how I journal my trades and kind of breaking down what I've learned from looking back at my trades. So in this video we're just going to be talking about trading journals and showing you my journal and how I journal all my trades. So I think this is going to be a pretty good video. Um, I'm also releasing a podcast that should be released right now too, talking about the importance of journaling. So it's kind of this week's kind of about journaling. So check that out as well. So this is what I use. It's just the numbers. I have an iMac, so numbers is our spreadsheet platform. It's good. I'm sure there's something on Windows. I'm not sure. There definitely is. That's pretty much probably the exact same. So this is kind of what I've made up. It's kind of just a rough. I'm still adding to it and changing it all the time, but this is what I use right now. So I have the date, the time. I take the trade, the ticker, ticker or the pair, whatever you want, whatever you're trading. The time frame sequence. If I got confirmation, the trend of the higher time frame. If it's a valley and peak or continuation pattern, rally based rally or rally drop or rally based drop. Dollar risk, the total P&L after the risk to reward you made, and then the bread and butter at the end, which is the screenshot from TradingView, which is the most important part, and then the balance. Because this I like to do one of these for every month. So let's just say you start the month off with, $5,000. Let's just say, and then you can update it after every trade if you want. But what I like to do is just do an ending balance. I don't really care when I'm up and down after every single trade. I do, but I like to just see the ending balance, and then I'll usually use a green. I'll usually fill this up green or red depending on how the month went for me. So just for some quick visuals. Let's just pretend we took a trade, right? Let's just pretend we took this trade on Aussie US dollar. This is from the past too. I'm using a replay function as if we took this trade, right? So let's just say the date. Let's just say it's March 15th for whatever reason. I'm just picking a completely random date. Let's just say you took it at 11:35 a.m. Ticker, it was Aussie USD. Write that in there. Time frame. This is a weekly chart. I just use this just for an example. But let's just say you took a trade using the daily, 4 hour, and then your entry time frame was the 1 hour. You do that because we're supply and demand traders. Confirmation, you could put the entry confirmation or intermediate time frame confirmation. And what that means is just, did you have confirmation? I go on that in my confirmation trade example video, so check that out if you don't know what that means. For trend, it's what I use for seeing the trend of the higher time frame. So you can put I put counter trend or with trend or sideways if the trend is not with the trend, if it's a sideways trend, which is no trend. So let's say it's with the trend. Zone, is it a drop base rally or is it a rally base rally? Well, clearly we can see here it's a drop, a base, and a rally. So I'll do drop base rally, and then what I like to do here is color code these like that, like I have here. For valley and peaks, drop-based rallies, rally-based drops, I have it in gold. If it's a continuation pattern, like a rally-based rally, I put it in purple, and that's just for a quick visual. And then let's just say you risk $50. P&L. Let's just go over this trade right here, right? So let's just say you took this trade right here. You bought the pullback. Let's just say your stop loss was right here. And let's just say you made a quick, simple 2-to-1. You took profits at 2-to-1, right? So there you go. You took profits at 2-to-1, and you risked $50. So your P&L. Actually, what I do is I take this, since you won the trade. If you win the trade, I do green. If I lose, I do red, obviously. So green, we got a 2-to-1. I know it's supposed to be 1-to-2 or whatever, but I don't care. I call it 2-to-1, so I'm just gonna do that. So 2-to-1. So that means we made $100. Okay, so you have all of this filled out right now, and I'll usually fill after every time I take a trade. I fill all of these things out first, right as I'm in the trade. Like 5 minutes after the trade, I take the trade. I already have all this stuff in, all the way up to risk. Obviously, you don't know your P&L, risk reward, or the screenshot after, but I like to do all this so it's all ready. So after the trade is finished, I can just come back in here and fill the rest of it in. Yeah, so you got your P&L, $100, risk reward 2-to-1. Now you can leave this in. I don't really like to leave. Yeah, we can leave that in. This is important too. So this is how I journal my trade this way, but then on the screenshot, that's the bread and butter. This is where you want to be utilizing the drawing tools, right? So like, I know how I journal. I know where I'm buying. I always put this yellow box where the demand and the supply is, where I'm buying or shorting. So I know where I'm buying. But if you want, you could put an arrow. You can have text too. You can write down your whole thought process up here, right? Like you can put price was in weekly. Hold on, my cord's covering this. Weekly demand. I was looking for confirmation on the daily time frame. Took a trade on the 4-hour. Blah 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 blah. Right? Like you can put whatever you want in there. So utilize this text. Maybe spread this out like this. You can take a picture. Maybe have all your text right here, right? Like have all your text in here explaining the trade. Take advantage of text bubbles like this. Let's just say you were thinking, say price was moving up here. You're kind of feeling sketchy about it. You could do this, right? Like you could put like, was scared here, kept the trade in though. Just you gotta utilize these tools, and at the end of your journal, like try to keep it clean so you can see everything, but utilize all these tools. Like they're good tools to use, right? Like really good tools to use. Let's just say after this wick or something, you bumped your stop loss right here, right? You could take that. You could use an arrow. You can point to there, then you could use this thing. Do another text, like text bubble. Oh, I move stop loss here, and then let's just say you were stopped out right there. Then, or let's just say none of this happened, right? And you didn't take profit, but you just got tagged out by a stop loss. You could put it right there. Like that's where you can write a text. Like this is where I got stopped out. Like stop loss here. So yeah, that's pretty much what I would do here. This is not how I actually journal. Like everything's more in detail. I'm just doing a quick example for you guys. So like I said, I have all these drawing tools. There's many more in here. Like you could highlight some stuff like that. Keep that in your journal. Maybe you could write a note about this, what that means, whatever. Blah 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 blah. Then so once you have all this out, you have your picture set and everything's good to go. You go over here, take a snapshot. I copy that link, go back over here, right click. There you go. Now, you do this for all of your things. Now you can go back. You can be like, oh, what was that trade I took at the beginning of the month? You go back. Oh, okay, so it was Aussie USD, 11:30 a.m. Okay, it was a drop-based drop. I won that trade. I won a 2-to-1. Let me look at it. Boom. There's the trade. And I know for supply and demand traders, we use multiple time frames. This is just a quick example, guys. My journals, I have my 3-graph layout, and I write on all of them so I can see the higher time frame, because this zone might be inside this bigger zone, right? So you want to see all your time frames. So use all 3 time frames. write on each different time frame, write on your higher time frame, write on your entry time frame, utilize that. So yeah, that's what my journal looks like. So this is obviously just a rough journal. I'm just giving you guys an idea of what I do. Now you can see your trades. You have all your screenshots, what you made. It's a pretty simple way of journaling your trade. I also write down stuff too on a piece of paper. Like I have a big notebook of my emotions, all bunch of different stuff as well. So yeah, you can always look back at your trades. You know how many things I talked about in my podcast too, but you know how many things I've learned from just looking back at my trades. And the reason I color code these too is because let's just say you have a bunch of gold, a bunch of green, a bunch of purple, and a bunch of red, because maybe your continuation patterns, your drop based drops, or your rally based rallies are not working, and you can just quickly see that, right? Let's just say purple was always winning, right? Purple, green, purple, green, purple, green, purple, green. Well, obviously your continuation patterns are working pretty well. If you have gold, red, gold, red, gold, red, gold, red, then your valleys and peaks, your drop based drops, rally based rallies, or rally based drops are not working very well. So that's why I use these quick visual guides, right? Just to quickly visualize, and you can quickly see. Let's just say this is all filled. You can quickly see, oh, well, clearly that's not working out. I shouldn't be doing that anymore. If you want more details, that's when you open that up. Your whole trade analysis is right here, and that's why you write down, use the text, use everything. It'll help, guys. I'm telling you, like, I've learned so much stuff. I've stopped trading specific currency pairs and commodities because I'm like, wow, look how many times I traded this commodity and look how many times I've lost. Take that off my watch list. So it's extremely important. If you haven't listened to my podcast, I suggest listening to it too. And I think that's pretty much it, guys. I hope this helped. If you have any questions or anything, please let me know. And give it a thumbs up. And if you know anyone that needs help with their trading journals, send them this video. I'd appreciate that. So, all right, take care, guys.